Pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Standing at the very top of ancient Egyptian society meant being seen not just as a ruler, but as a living god. The pharaoh controlled land, law, religion, and the flow of resources along the Nile River. Every major decision, from building temples to organizing harvest labor, passed through royal authority. You oversaw the collection and storage of grain, ensuring that people had food during years of plenty and scarcity. Daily life unfolded inside vast palace complexes filled with servants, advisors, priests, and scribes who recorded your decrees and monitored the activities of the kingdom. Festivals, rituals, and temple ceremonies were conducted in your honor, reinforcing your divine image while connecting the spiritual and material worlds. Military campaigns were your responsibility, and generals acted under your command, ensuring borders remained secure. Power came with ceremony, as appearances before the public were rare and carefully staged to maintain mystery. To be the top figure in Egypt meant absolute control, combined with the responsibility of maintaining cosmic balance believed to hold the world together. King of Mesopotamia. In the early cities of Mesopotamia, the supreme ruler acted as both war leader and chosen representative of the gods. Control over irrigation systems determined survival, so authority rested on managing water, agriculture, and defense. You directed the construction and maintenance of canals, dikes, and reservoirs, knowing that one mistake could lead to famine or revolt. Palace life placed you at the center of administration, surrounded by scribes recording trade, taxes, and laws on clay tablets that spread your authority across the city-state. You commanded armies to protect territory and expand influence, making strategic decisions that could strengthen or weaken your dynasty. Temples were built under your orders, linking your rule with divine approval, while monumental statues and walls served as symbols of power and protection. Justice, taxation, military command, and religious duties all depended on your oversight. Being the top dog meant constant vigilance, as rival cities and internal unrest always threatened stability. Roman Emperor. Holding supreme power in Rome meant commanding one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. The emperor controlled armies, appointed governors, and influenced nearly every aspect of political life across thousands of kilometers of territory. You set policies for taxation, infrastructure, and law that impacted millions, and your decisions could prevent or spark rebellion in distant provinces. Lavish palaces overlooked the capital, where messages and edicts traveled through a network of roads, couriers, and provincial administrators. Public games, triumphal parades, and monumental buildings reinforced authority among citizens while reminding them of your role as the protector and provider of Rome. You directed foreign diplomacy, negotiated treaties, and occasionally took the field in military campaigns to ensure loyalty and dominance. Court life required constant attention, dominance required careful balance, since loyalty from the military often determined survival more than law or tradition. Shogun of Feudal Japan. True dominance in feudal Japan belonged to the shogun, the military leader who governed in the emperor's name. Authority rested on disciplined warrior culture, supported by samurai loyalty. You maintained order among regional lords, supervising land distribution, military readiness, and taxation systems. Political life required constant vigilance, ensuring that ambitious daimyo did not challenge your authority. Residences combined elegance with defensive design, reflecting both refinement and preparedness for conflict. You organized armies, enforced laws, mediated disputes, and controlled trade and resources within your domain. Being the top figure required patience, foresight, and a precise balance between fear and respect. Your daily decisions determined the lives of thousands, from samurai warriors to peasants working the land, making the shogun's position both powerful and deeply personal. Mongol Great Khan. Leading the Mongol Empire meant commanding unmatched mobility and conquest across vast territories. The Great Khan directed armies that could move quickly across continents, linking far-flung regions through trade, diplomacy, and communication networks. You relied on a council of generals and advisors, but ultimate authority rested in your decisions regarding campaigns, spoils, and succession. You oversaw taxation, collected tributes, and ensured laws were enforced throughout an empire that stretched from Asia to Europe. Your position demanded constant travel, observation of distant provinces, and negotiations with vassals to maintain unity among fiercely independent warriors. You decided when to wage war, when to negotiate, and how to integrate conquered peoples into the empire's system. Power came from momentum, loyalty, and strategic vision. Every action reflected your identity as both conqueror and organizer of one of history's largest empires. Monarch of Europe. The height of royal authority appeared in rulers who centralized power under a single crown. You controlled taxation, armies, foreign policy, and legal systems while limiting the influence of competing nobles. Your presence in the court dictated loyalty. You oversaw colonial ventures, military campaigns, and economic policy, shaping the wealth and security of your nation. Palaces symbolized power. Diplomacy and alliances were key aspects of your daily life, as treaties, marriages, and negotiations could strengthen or weaken your realm. Your decisions impacted trade, military success, and the well-being of your subjects. Leadership at this level meant transforming personal authority into the identity of the state itself, with your word acting as law across every level of governance. Industrial Tycoon. By the 19th century, dominance moved from royal bloodlines to industrial wealth. As an industrial tycoon, you controlled factories, railways, shipping networks, and financial institutions that employed thousands. You oversaw production schedules, labor management, and technological innovations, deciding the pace and scope of industrial expansion. Your private residences and corporate offices became symbols of economic authority, while your decisions affected cities, communities, and entire national economies. Negotiating with government officials, financing infrastructure projects, and determining market strategies were central to your daily responsibilities. You shaped society not through inherited titles, but through the control of capital, labor, and innovation. Modern global billionaire. Today's top position belongs to individuals whose influence crosses borders, industries, and technology systems. You oversee corporations, investments, media platforms, and infrastructure, directing resources that affect millions worldwide. Decisions on mergers, innovation, and funding can shift entire markets or industries. Your lifestyle, from private travel to secure communication, reflects independence and authority. Influence operates through control of systems, strategic partnerships, and vision for long-term growth. Dominance today rests on the ability to influence modern systems at scale, quietly guiding developments that impact daily life for billions while maintaining personal freedom, security, and vision.